Okay, I wanted to take this opportunity while we're witnessing a beautiful evening to personally give thanks to Kate Green. She's been helping me, assisting me throughout all my problems while I've been on benefits. Without her, I've practically had no help from the government, as you know. We're all facing the same problem right now. I'll tell you what that problem is. That problem is bad governance, okay? And it's something that's affecting all of us, right? Now, again, I've never voted, even I've never voted, never wanted to vote, don't believe in politicians, But it's like recently I've had an epiphany, what you might call a red pill, and that's very significant, at least it is to me. All that's been going on, that everybody's saying, that they're absolutely correct on, we do need change, but change cannot come just from the government. Change has to come from us also. And part of that way of getting change in a way that keeps us all safe is, well, what we've had so far. And this is the debate now. People have lost faith in voting. Me too. I lost faith in voting. Never voted, like I say. But you see, now we have a problem that unites all of us. Okay. And I've been working very closely over the past few years with the schools, with the hospitals, with the police, GMP, Trafford Housing, Trafford Council, sharing my thoughts on what's been going on, okay, and trying to reach a solution, a resolution. And with Kate Green's help, we're finally reaching a point where we all can get the remedy that we're all searching for, but we've got to make sure that, because I know everybody wants change and they want to do it their own way. Like I say, I don't vote. This is hard for me to kind of explain to you, but you see, there's a saying, there's an old saying, right? Beware the Ides of March, okay? And I happen to be March born, okay? And along with these epiphanies, my birthday's coming up next week. It's it's going to be my 40th birthday, and my birthday happens to fall upon the Ides of March, and my name happens also to be Julian, which is another form of Julius, which is a Roman origin name. It means soft or frizzled hair. Okay, beware the March hare. Some would say he's mad, but no. I've always tried to present things sensibly, if at sometimes entertaining. And I have a serious point to make now, because all of these things that I have been saying, that obviously has been happening to me and my family, I have had help. I have had some resolutions brought by these people. But what we've got to remember is it all takes time. Yeah? Rome wasn't built in a day. So, all these problems haven't been built in a day, and therefore they can't be solved in a day. But by working together, right, I realise that we've all got a different opinion on things, but there are some things that unite us and some things that matter more than other things. And what really matters is family. All the idea that it's the government against us, it's Tory against Labour, but that's not the issue here, right? There's bigger issues that affect all of us, and that has to really start with the truth, accepting the truth, right? And what we actually want to see in the world. What kind of world do we want to see? Do we want to see a world that is overcome by fear and bullying and intimidation for the sake of getting a few pennies? Or do we, in fact, want to be involved in our own salvation? Because that's where we're really at now. And again, it comes back to beware the Ides of March. Yeah, it can be spelled IDES or IDS. Ian Duncan Smith. Now, That's just my belief. You can think whatever you want on that, yeah? But it happens to fall, that my birthday correlates with that, and because all of these epiphanies, these things that's been happening, the council wanted to take me to court every minute. I've just, people have been trying to evict me from my home, and I don't necessarily blame them. I blame the system and what's going on, and we have to therefore approach the ways of changing that system in a way that is cool, calm, and collected. Yeah, because we're all intelligent people, we're all loving people, and a lot of the slogans of Labour, they've been lost. They've been lost in the other rhetorics that's been going on, especially as we know there's been a lot of propagandas and things going on that people are not happy with. They want to see a human face to politics. Yeah, even the word, it creates a certain emotion in people. Yeah, and people are not sure anymore, or they don't trust anymore. Well, I think that's what this has all been leading to for me personally, because I've been following Kate Green and what she's been doing for the community and for her constituents for a long time. Even before, I actually went to Kate and asked her for help. And Kate has consistently shown that she cares. She showed that she cares. She gets involved with the local police. She gets involved with the local hospitals. She gets involved with the local people. She's run ragged, right? She doesn't get enough money for her office to deal with these problems. Okay, everyone just wants an instant solution, but what they don't realize is the powers that be, the ones that are in power currently, are making the decisions. And if we want a change, right, we are going to have to come face to face with our own reflection. This is where the matrix and the red pill is all really taking us. Yeah, our own reflection, reflect upon our own values that keep changing, like that mirror that morphs into something else, right? We need to be consistent, because that is what life is really all about. That's how we base our reality, our foundation. So what we need is truth and transparency and honesty, but most importantly, what we need is love. Okay, because love is what is missing from the system. You need to know an individual personally, on a personal level, before you can say, I love that person these days. That's sophist way of loving people. It's like, you've done something for me, so I will care for you. Whereas I haven't even done anything for Kate, because I've never voted. But look what Kate has done for me. Right? Okay, you can say, yeah, she's paid to do a job and all that. No, she's taken great lengths to help me and my family. Yeah, as has what's his name, Tony Lloyd. Right? He has been working with GMP, and recently there's been a lot of court cases. Some people are not happy with the decisions, but what they have to look at is the overall impact to the rest of the public at large. If we was to lose all these top positions, right, all the experiences that they have gathered would have to be in somebody else. Now, I'm asking you out there, do you have that experience? Because if you do, come and do the job with us. Come and do the job with us. Because that's what it's all about now. All for one and one for all. In that manner, no failure. Okay? The slogan of Labour has been wishy-washy, and it's been diluted over the years, but they are the party that my parents have been active throughout the years and trying to teach me about how politics works. And I'm like, no. Don't believe in politics, not voting. Right? Now we come full circle. Yeah? And it's been revealed to me, yeah, through the series of choices that we do have available to us in life. Do you choose the red pill or the blue pill? And many of you think, at least I thought I knew what that meant. Be a rebel almost without a cause. But what is your cause? Is your cause a just cause? Are you ready as a people to speak with one voice, with clarity, in recognition of true human values? Because our human rights are being eroded before our eyes, and it's like some people are asleep, and this is what the waking up process is all about. Waking up to what? Ourselves. We have in fact allowed or created or co-created with these people that we may or may not like. And this is our reality as a result of that. Now, we have an opportunity to change all of that by changing who we are. But first of all, we have to do some soul searching, don't we? We have to realize who we are, what we're here to do, right? And what we're here to do is take care of each other and love each other. And that's what I've seen from Labour. Yeah, they've been taking care of everybody, right? Even though you thought it was bad with Labour, look at where you're at now, right? Nobody's perfect. But you know what? If you sit on your backside and just pressing buttons, expect an automated lifestyle to just drop into your lap and it will be perfect, you're living in some kind of delusion. You must get involved. You must get involved, right? So I am advocating that you vote for Kate Green, okay? I, Jules Benji, that many of you know, I'm advocating that you vote for Labour now, okay? It's time for change. I am going to be personally involved as the Minister of Ethics, working closely with Kate Green, working closely with Tony Lloyd. Right? I have questions, you've got questions, we've all got questions. Right? It's time we get answers to the questions, real answers. Okay, it's time we get the change that we need just to survive day to day. We're not talking going to exorbitant lengths, but we're talking about the basic living standard. That cannot be eroded, okay? We need to do some deep soul searching, all of us together, because it's not a problem, like I said, that's limited to the Tories or Labour. It is a problem of the entire human race right now, okay? We've been led astray by many of these things that lead us astray, okay? And now, as I say, because of these epiphanies and the path that my life has been taking, okay? Like I say, I don't vote, I didn't think about voting or anything like that, but you tell me right now, okay, how do you imagine that we are going to radically change what we have right now? Is it by ignoring the problem and pretending that, you know, there's no problem exists, so it will just go away? Or I'm happy in my life and therefore, you know, forget everybody else, we don't care about anybody else. Well, that's not Labour's philosophy. Okay, I've seen that for myself personally. Okay. Yes, I have a strong opinion on things, and people sometimes get upset by what I say, but that's the thing about tolerance, isn't it? And you can tell you live in a free country because I'm still here free. Yeah, I don't do anything wrong. Okay, anybody that wants to say that I've done anything wrong, well, come and tell me what you think I've done wrong. And we'll take it from there because, you know, me, I'm a good man. I know most of you out there, you're good people. I've seen for myself that Kate Green is a good, compassionate human being who works consistently. And I think you should vote for her. To me, you know, the last female Prime Minister we had was Margaret Thatcher, and you all know what she did, right? Now look at how Kate is. I know what she's done for me personally. She's gone to great lengths to help me and my family. We nearly were evicted, put on the street. For what? For a Tory policy that fails to explain itself. Yeah, the DWP, everybody's best friend right now, you know, sanctioning left, right and centre, which is, you know, in direct contravention of human rights. And when you've got something like that, those are the alarm bells, those are the whistles, those are the things that should be waking people up and reminding us of the recent history. The recent history. It's not that far away when in Europe between 1939 and 1945 people were losing their life because they could not resolve the problems that they could see happening before that. Now we're heading to a similar situation once again. Beware the Ides of March, I am saying. Because we now need to make a decision. Do we assume that we have got all the answers? Or do we all try to work together as best we can, no matter, you know, which party happens to get the power? But I personally say Labour, right? No matter who gets in, we're still going to have to work with them. And the only way we can work with them is to get close to them. And the only way people allow you to get close to them, yeah, is your behaviour. Your behaviour is your saviour, right? The school that I went to was one of the best in Trafford that Trafford has to provide, and that was Urmston Grammar School, and many people know me from there. Okay, but I'm not that same person who I was when I was a little boy. Okay, and I have my own children now. I've got 5 boys. I'm even a granddad, which might be a surprise to many of you out there. So not only am I a father, I'm a granddad. Okay, and I try to be involved in all my children's lives. I care. I show them the things that I can do, the knowledge that I have. I want to share that. The things and the values that's been lost over the years. Labour has been trying to put right. And you know what's caused the problem? Is that the apathy in you, right, the voter, sitting back and relaxing and then not giving a damn about anything else. Now it's time you give a damn, okay? It's time you give a damn, because all the other talking that's going on isn't actually going to affect any kind of change. But at least I have seen in my lifetime changes occur just from making your voice be heard. And now, how do you make your voice be heard in a day and age where, you know, anyone speaking the truth, it's almost a political correctness against truth? Now, Kate isn't like that. Kate speaks clear and honest. She has helped me and my family, right, find the remedy, find the answer, okay? She has helped me and my family find the remedy and the answer. And that's what this whole path has been about. But I didn't realise it. And that's what the Epiphany is all about, because now I realise what I must do to help change the situation. And I'm asking all of you, right, out there with all your opinions and beliefs about me, and put that aside for a minute, right, and just ask yourself this one question. What matters most? Now for me, it's my family. Okay? For me, it's love. Okay? Unselfish, giving love. That's what I've been doing with my life. I'd much rather be a musician. I could have done anything that I wanted with my abilities. And I'm finding myself embroiled in these debates endlessly. You know, it drains you to the point where you can't even, you know, live your life. But there's a reason why all of this is going on. This is part of the awakening process. This is what in the Matrix is being revealed to us as a way of life. You know, you either are the one or you ain't the one. Now, if you ask me, who is the one that's going to help us get out of this, okay, I'm just Jules Benji, but I'm going to do my best, yeah, to help Kate Green get elected. I'm going to do my best to keep Tony Lloyd there, because even though a lot of you are saying this, that and the other, listen, I personally have seen the change, personally. Don't tell me that all police are the same. They're not. They're not all the same. I talk with them all the time, okay? It's about you as a human being. What are you doing, right? What are you doing? I have got nothing to hide. I put my life online. Some of you may even laugh. I don't care about that. What I care about is getting change. I want the problem remedied. I want the solution. I want to be able to live. Okay? I want to be able to have some savings. I want to be able to, if my children get sick or injured, they're going to get the immediate care that they need to, that, you know, if their life is in danger. Trafford Hospital is the start of the NHS. Okay, my first child was born there. And with complications, and he's alive today. The NHS is a good thing. Right? It's Labour that brought that out for you. And what have you been doing? What have you been doing? Right? You talk about the politicians not caring. I tell you, you don't care. You're the ones that don't care. You're the ones that think that you can just vote and magically problems disappear. Well, how do you think problems are solved? Right? There's only one solution to the poverty problem, and that is work. Okay? I am willing to work. I work every day. Do you think I could produce what I produce without hard work? Okay? In the same way, do you think I would have got the help that I got if it wasn't for the hard work of these other people? Money wasn't creating the solution. You can throw as much money at a problem. You could have a bottomless pit and throw money into it. Okay? That doesn't solve anything. Do you know what solves problems? Caring. If you don't care, the problems will remain. Now, I care. Right? Some would say I care too much. Right? There's no too much caring. Right? I love all of you. That's why I've put my life on hold. Right? To make sure that my family is safe and protected and cared for. Okay? That is why, you know, my music suffers and my business suffers. I am like you. Right? I've started a new business on New Enterprise Allowance. Everything that I've been going through, I've been telling you about. Right? It's my duty to tell you these things, just like when you talk about the policeman, he's on duty. Well, I am there, okay? What we need is a Ministry of Ethics, people who care, right? Do you care? What are you doing? What are you doing to actually make a change? You think change just happens? We're talking about state. We're talking about gases, liquids and solids. They are states. Okay? We exist in a state. It's a fixed state. And if you want change, you must apply energy. You must apply work. Yeah? Sitting on your backside, watching TV is not work. Okay? We might all be able to, you know, claim we have the answer, but unless you can implement that answer, it's still a fiction. Right? I have seen remedy and answer. I've been teaching you the remedy and the answer, and now I am saying it's time for the red pill. It's time for the red pill, and the red pill is Labour. The red pill is work. Okay? I want you to have a think about what I've been saying. And I want you to do your best. Okay? It's no more playtime. Okay? This is our country. Everything that we have worked for generations. Grandparents. Yeah? Fathers and mothers. Children. Yeah? Whole families have worked to build this country. Okay? And it takes a family and a community to teach a child. Okay? And what are we teaching the child? We need to teach them compassion. We need to teach them about love. We need to spend time with our children without working every day. Every hour that God sends. We need to have value in our life. We need to have people that care. Do you care? Because if you don't care, then carry on. But I care. And people out there care. And I've come to this decision. Right? Not lightly. Okay? It's not a case of anything. This is by my own free will. Okay? Because I am free already. That's what many of you don't realise. You are free already. But what are you doing? Yeah? You're imagining that you can change the world alone. And that is not possible. We're one human family. Let's remember that. Let's remember that. Right? My neighbours, all my neighbours are my family. Like you are my family. Like even the Tory government, as much as they might not want to admit it, they are my family. They are my brothers and my sisters and my kin. And if my brothers and my sisters and my kin are going astray, then it is my duty to admonish them. It is your duty to admonish them. And the only way we can admonish them, right, is to raise our voice one time right? Because this vote is coming, okay? Beware the Ides of March. This vote is coming, okay? And the only way I can see this changing is if you get up off your backside and vote for Labour. That is the red pill. That is the only solution we have right now. Okay? After that, we'll see what happens. Yeah? That is the matrix that you're in. That is the choice that you have. Don't be under any illusion, right? Okay, I love you all. And I hope together we are the ones that's going to make the difference, okay? But we're going to have to work every single day, right? And give thanks for the day, because that is what God has given us all, okay? Another day. Yeah, so I'm asking for another day, right? In the sunshine, just like today. It was beautiful, okay? Before nightfall on all of us, and it's too late to enjoy the day. Okay, vote Labour, okay? Get behind Kate Green, get behind Tony Lloyd. He's making differences, he's making changes. I'm personally talking to them, okay? Personally involved, yeah? To ensure that things are done in the correct way, okay? Not everybody's always happy with hearing what I've got to say, but that's just the way it is. I'm not there trying to make enemies, but sometimes what you've got to say makes people feel hurt and upset. But I'm not just running around trying to sue people left and right like some people seem to want to do. I'm there to try and implement changes. And that means, first of all, we have to have a lesson. A lesson in what? A lesson in morals and ethics. What is ethically correct? What should we be doing? But, you know, we cannot stumble anymore. Right? The internet is the greatest tool right now that we have created for sharing knowledge. Knowledge gives us wisdom. With wisdom, we can actually make a difference. Don't you want a Labour Party that's full of your wisdom? So how's it going to happen if you don't get involved? Right? What is the opposite right now of what we've got? And do we have any other realistic alternatives? I could come up with some ideas, but you know what? It's not going to happen like that. The most realistic thing we can do is say, okay, let's make the best choice that we can, and this is the key part, right? Because, you know, I hear a lot of people say, oh, it's a choice between, you know, the lesser of two evils. Well, are you evil? Are you evil? Because if you're not, and you're a good person like me, get involved, and then you will know for yourself that you are not evil, and therefore you are trying the best you can to do good every single day to help people, like I have seen personally. I have seen the transformation and the changes. Let me tell you about Manchester, why Manchester is so great, okay? Because in a man's chest is his heart. That's where his hope is. His hope comes from his heart, okay? Everything has always been about our heart, okay? This battle that goes on in the heart of the city, okay, against our minds, against our government agents, against our own selves. What are we looking for? We're looking for peace, aren't we? We're looking for restoration of things. We're looking for a better life. We're looking for improvements all the time. We need people who have the knowledge, the actual way to provide that solution, and can clearly implement it and clearly describe it in as much detail as is required for anybody to get that information, so that even a little child can know the difference between right and wrong, you know, so that we can save money in the long term, okay, or even in the short term. We can implement solutions right now that will reduce things, right, from the current state that they are, where we're paying a massive amount of our money going on, say, traveling a car on the public highways that have been paid for, you know. And we can also at the same time reduce crime and deaths. But we've got to be prepared to look at what the alternatives are. And if we're not prepared, and someone else makes that decision for us, you know, then again, it's because you don't care. And you've ended up with something like this because you don't care. So start caring again, right? Start getting involved. the only solution right now is to get this Tory government out. They need to be got out. Never mind my personal feelings on it, okay? I am going to be personally working with those people that I see to be good people in their heart. Good people who care about families the same way I care about families, right? The same way I care about all of you. I'm going to be working with those people, right? And as far as I can see, Kate Green is one of those people. As far as I can see, Tony Lloyd, who's working, with Greater Manchester Police, right? I have seen the fact that they have responded in kind to the things we are saying, and are not doing it now. That shows willing. But I have not seen on the people's behalf that they are showing willing to acknowledge that those things have been done. So I'm now asking you to acknowledge that those things have been done, okay? And to work with those people that are actually trying to help you, okay? Because I don't see anybody else caring. I saw somebody throw a plate of food on the floor yesterday, like they didn't care, you know, that some child could come along and get cut by the pieces of glass that's on the floor. That I ended up picking it up because I care. And I don't want my streets to look dirty, and I don't want these hospitals to be closing, and I don't want my schools to be offering a lesser standard of education. What I want is for you people to wake up and take the red pill. Yeah, it's time to wake up and take your red pill, right? Do what you know has to be done, and that is get involved. Get involved. Yeah. Don't stand idly by and let your country be taken from you piece by piece. Yeah? Not caring. Thinking that by not caring, or the current position that you're in is okay, because it isn't. Because you got to realise that everything else is connected to you. We are connected. We're all one. We're all the one. That's the whole point. We're all one. We're all one family. What happens to me happens to you. If I lose my rights, you lose your rights. If you lose your rights, I lose my rights. I'm not prepared to sit down anymore and do nothing about it. I'm going to be working, right? I'm going to be working on behalf of my family, right? Because they need my help. The other day I was nearly evicted, yeah? Because of these Tory policies. It's as simple as that, right? If we want to effect change, we must look at the way that the system really works and learn to recognise that what's been going on, right, by the Tory party is an attempt to slander everybody else and not recognise their own behaviour. Okay? Now, if we want to effect change immediately, we're going to have to get involved. We're going to have to help, right? It's us and them, not them and us, you know, as separates, but as one, right? That's what oneness is, right? You need to get involved, okay? You need to vote. You need to vote for the red pill. And the red pill is Labour. And that's what I, Jules Benji, am saying to you, okay? On the Ides of March.